Hey everybody, Jonathan here, and today we're going to be going through a rainbow crunch. This is an abdominal exercise and it's performed on one white spring. And if you need to modify, 2 white springs, but I really don't think that you need it. And if it's too easy, you can teach it on 0 springs. We're going to start by kneeling on the carriage with our knees on the first white line of the moving carriage, and then we're going to go down to our forearms and tuck our elbows in front of the platform strap with our knees and our legs together. We're going to lower down and back with the hips to go into a plank position. We want to lightly lift your hip, pull the belly button to the spine, and then we want to do it in order. Lift the belly button, round the spine, tuck your chin, eyes to thighs. Then breathe in as you lower the hips, down and back, and untuck your chin. Now, what I see people do incorrectly is they'll swing in with their knees. If you look at my hips all the way up to my back, you can tell when someone's using their knees because it literally looks like that. But what they want to do is think about a fire underneath their stomach, and they want to lift from their stomach, round from their spine, tuck their chin, eyes to your thighs. We talked about the springs on how to modify. You can add 2, and what that does is it pulls you in faster. And we talked about how to intensify by going to 0 springs. I don't ever really teach this at the front, facing the front. What I do is I either teach a back rainbow crunch or a back reverse rainbow crunch. You also want to make sure that when someone is crunching, that their shoulders are not going forward past their elbows like this, because they're not using their abdominals to crunch anymore. The back reverse rainbow crunch is when we're at the carriage facing the back platform. We tuck our knees against the carriage strap. We tuck our elbows in front of the platform strap, palms up, and then we drop our knees back, lowering into a plank. Lightly lift your hip, belly button to spine, and what we'll do is the same thing. Lift from your stomach, round from your spine, tucking our chin, and then eyes to our thighs. Breathing in as we lower our hips down and back and untuck the chin. Same things I see done incorrectly is people will bend their knees in and out like this without rounding their spine. Same thing at the front where their shoulders will start to go forward as they go forward. And if it's ever too difficult, you can always have them go to the front to do a reverse rainbow crunch or pop off all the springs and make it 0. A back kneeling crunch is when we're at the back of the machine facing forward and our knees are tucked against the platform strap, elbows in front of the carriage strap, palms up, and then we go down and forward into a plank to lightly lift the hips, belly button to spine, and then we lift from the stomach, round from the spine, tuck our chins, eyes to thighs, and then we breathe in as we go down and forward as we untuck our chin to the starting position. When we're at the back facing the front for a back rainbow crunch, what I see people do incorrectly is instead of the knees, they use their elbows. So you'll see that my elbows are going in way past the shoulders, and this is telling you that they're not really using their abdominals, they're using their elbows and their shoulders. So you can correct this by putting one hand behind the elbow, one hand in front of the shoulder to balance out and stack the shoulder above the elbow. Now, how could you intensify in a back rainbow crunch? You can move your forearms away from the strap towards the center, and what this is going to do is it's going to make it a lot more difficult to pull. And if you needed to intensify in a back reverse rainbow crunch, you would move your knees further away from the carriage strap, and that would make it also hard because you're having to pull against more tension in the spring. We went through a front-facing front rainbow crunch. We went through a back-facing back, which is a back reverse rainbow crunch. And we went through a back-facing forward back kneeling crunch. And that is rainbow crunch in 3 different ways.